Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies. I'll make it. It's only a 10-minute presentation, so if I announce my whole last name, it will take up half the time. But Wealth Minerals is actually a lithium, a Chile lithium-focused company, and I started this in 2016. So instead of going to Argentina, where everybody else went, I went to Chile. And not entirely sure that was the fastest way to become fabulously wealthy, but so it's taken a little bit of time to move things forward in Chile. One of the things that when I went there, it was obvious that lithium in Chile is a strategic mineral, and therefore you actually have a hard time getting a permit to exploit lithium, even though, of course, the government at the time promised me that they would actually change the rules and regulations on that immediately, which was 2016, and that hasn't happened till today. So, but everybody went to Argentina, and I decided to go to Chile, and I saw my friend Marcelo Awad, who is number 2 on the left there, who is the ex-CEO of Antofagasta Minerals. And I told him, I said, like, since nobody's in Chile, this is a great opportunity, Chile being the best lithium place in the world, certainly at the time. And I said, if we grab whatever salars we can and then wait for the regulations to change, we'll be fabulously wealthy. So that was a good plan. So we're waiting for the fabulously wealthy to come, and it's coming any time now. So Marcelo is the ex-CEO of Antofagasta Minerals, so he's a very important man in the mining industry in Chile, and I'm very lucky to have him around because it's politicking continuously. So I'm just really, I will go through the reason why we're here. Well, obviously everybody knows how expensive lithium has become. We started in 2016, fabulously successful right away. Then 2018 came around, 2019, and things weren't quite as good as they were in 2016, 2017, and then now it's obviously coming back with a vengeance. We have 2 main assets in Chile. Luckily, we managed to get a piece of the Atacama Salar, which is probably one of the best places in the world to be. Maybe also one of the worst places in the world to be, but it's a tier 1 project, and we own 46,000 hectares in that salar. So it will be an enormous asset once we actually get to move forward, and this is the story of wealth, really, of the process we have to go through in order to actually move things forward in Chile, which has been a little bit slow and trying, let's say. The other salar we have is Ollagüe, which is actually where we have done some work now. We've drilled there. We will come up with a resource estimate later this year. We'll probably create a PEA. So we'll actually have finally a resource in the company that will actually show that this company actually has an asset. And it's taken us quite a bit of time to get here. We've done a deal with the local community, which is under the current government, is one of the requirements now in Chile to do so. So we've managed to do so. So finally, after, let's say, of 6 years being in Chile, Wealth Minerals is actually finally moving forward in the lithium space. Here is our flagship project, the Atacama. You'll see all this purple stuff is very conductive brines. So we make the assumption that we actually end up having unending amounts of lithium there, really, in a way. So it's a process that we're going through to move this forward. This is well, here you see how big. This is actually for American investors that we show that this is 7.8 times the size of Manhattan Island. So it's always very impressive when you live in the United States. So, we have a very large piece of the Atacama Salar. Ollagüe, this is where we've done all our work so far, is looking like this will be a project that will produce a certain amount of lithium. It's a little bit early to say, but it will be sort of 15,000, 20,000 tons of lithium carbonate equivalent annually from this project. So this is the first time we're actually managed to get things forward. As I said, we have a deal with the Ollagüe community. We also did an arrangement with ThyssenKrupp, which has turned into FL Schmidt, now whereby they are going to be looking at what kind of technology we are actually going to use here to move this project forward. So they are doing this on the side for us. So as a company, we're negotiating with the Chilean government in order to move those projects forward. We have a deal with the community. We have a group, FL Schmidt, looking for a new technology. So as a company, we're actually finally moving forward. And Chile, for all intents and purposes, as much as it's difficult, is still one of the most sort of stable jurisdictions in South America. So after all is said and done, I'm still happy that we're actually in Chile moving our projects forward. So that's the stuff that Welt is doing in Chile, and I'm actually kind of fairly happy now that we're actually this far along. Now, here is the Ollagüe. You see some of the anomalies there, so I won't bore you with any of the other stuff. There is, as we are explorationists, we always had a project on the side in British Columbia, which is a VMS type project. And lo and behold, we did some airborne geophysics there last winter, and we found an anomaly that is about between 6 to 10 kilometers long. And when we did some ground truthing there this summer, it turns out there is a massive sulfide sitting there, right on top of the geophysical anomaly. So this, for a new discovery, could actually be very, very important for Welt Minerals as well. But as I said, we actually are a lithium company, so at some point I probably will spin this project out. But for the time being, we permitted it for about 80 drill holes starting in April. So this will be actually quite an exciting project for the company. Here is our market cap. We traded around between 25 to 30 cents a share. Hopefully with the new resource estimate and the stuff coming out of Ollagüe, we'll hopefully turn that around a little bit and increase our value. So that's the story for Welt Minerals. Anybody has any questions? I'm at booth 49 as well. So thank you very much.